What if I told you something so basic as diapers could actually change the way that babies learn to walk? Hi, my name is Lauren Stamper. I'm a Go Diaper Free coach, and today I'm going to talk about how diapers affect how babies walk. So there's some pretty interesting research, and today we're going to take a look at it. So we're looking at this paper. It's called Go Naked, Diapers Affect Infant Walking. So it makes you think something even so simple as a diaper could actually be playing a huge role in your baby's first few steps. It's not just about a baby trying to figure out how to walk on their own. It's about the whole environment that they're learning in. So the researchers actually start by reminding us about that. So how all throughout history in different cultures, the way that parents raise their kids always had a big impact on how their first motor skills are developed. So what kind of examples are we talking about here? Think about some African and Caribbean cultures. They have specific ways of handling babies, almost like a dance, gently guiding their movements to help them sit and walk. Those babies actually start walking a lot earlier than babies in Western cultures. It's like giving them a head start in walking. So then there's also the Back to Sleep campaign in the United States, which stemmed from the desire to reduce SIDS. But it might have also had this unintended consequence of maybe delaying crawling in some infants. Yeah. So it just goes to show you something so simple as how a baby sleeps can have these ripple effects on how they develop those motor skills. It makes you wonder what other seemingly tiny things could be affecting how babies learn and grow. So that's exactly the point that these researchers are making. They even bring up this historical tidbit. So in the early 19th century, a lot of babies actually skipped crawling altogether, and they think maybe it's because of the long gowns that babies used to wear back then. Even something so simple as fashion choices can really affect how babies learn and grow. Anyways, let's talk about the main event here, diapers. So what did the researchers actually do and how do they study this? So they wanted to observe how babies walked in 3 different scenarios: naked with a disposable diaper and with a thick cloth diaper. It was basically like a diaper obstacle course for babies. They had 2 groups of babies, 13-month-olds who were just learning how to walk and 19-month-olds who were already more experienced walkers. This way they could see really how the diapers affected both of them separately. So did the diapers actually make a difference in how they walked? They definitely did. Across the board, babies just walked better naked. They took longer and narrower steps, and they were much more stable. All the signs of a much more mature way of walking. Sorry, that's my baby. Yes, babies are better walkers in their birthday suits. It gets even more interesting. The cloth diapers, since they're the bulkiest, had the most significant negative impact. But even disposable diapers, which most babies wear all the time, still made a difference compared to those who were walking naked. So you would think that the disposables being thinner wouldn't make that much of a difference, right? So it is really surprising. How do they actually measure these differences? Was it just a little wobble here and there? Or was it something more substantial? So they had a really interesting way of quantifying the impact. They looked at how many weeks of walking experience it would take for a baby to naturally reach the same level of skill they showed when walking naked. Okay, and the results are pretty mind-blowing. So the decrease in walking proficiency caused by a cloth diaper was equivalent to losing almost 8 weeks of walking. And even disposable diapers cause a deficit as well, equal to about 5 weeks. So it really shows how much that early experience can shape their development, even if it's something as simple as what they're wearing. So this raises a big question. If most babies are learning to walk with diapers on, are we underestimating what they're really capable of in other areas? Could diapering practices actually be part of the reason we see those cultural differences in motor development? It's possible. This research just opens up a whole new way of thinking about infant walking. We have to figure out why these diapers are making a difference in the first place. Let's get to the bottom of this diaper mystery. So why are these little bundles of joy walking better in the nude? So even thin disposables can mess with the baby's walking. But why? What's the science behind all this diaper-induced wobbles? So the researchers looked at a few possible explanations. One thought was that maybe it was just the novelty of the situation. Maybe babies were thrown off because they weren't used to walking naked. Or maybe they found the cloth diapers strange or something. A baby's got to be thinking what's this fluffy thing in my bottom? But they did rule that out as the main reason. They pointed out that for most of these babies, naked was just as new as wearing a cloth diaper, but they still walked better naked. And remember, most of the babies in the study wore disposable diapers all the time, yet they still had the same problems walking compared to when they were naked. So it's not just the babies freaking out because it's a new situation. There's something else going on entirely. The culprit is biomechanics. So basically the way that the diapers physically affect how the baby moves. Okay, so think of it this way. Even a thin disposable diaper adds a little bit of bulk between the baby's legs, pushing them apart a little bit. Now imagine you're trying to walk with your legs forced a bit wider than usual. It changes everything. It changes your balance, it changes your stride, it changes how your muscles work. Try like walking around with pillows strapped in between your legs. You can see how that could be a little bit tricky. And with cloth diapers, even being thicker, that effect is magnified. Plus, soggy diapers add even more weight. Other research shows that even carrying a small load can change how a baby walks and makes them more likely to stumble and trip. So it's like we're accidentally adding these little weights and obstacles to their walking practice. So it's kind of like learning to dance with big clunky boots. The diapers are messing with their center of gravity, which makes it harder for their little legs to work together. So here's what's interesting. The researchers saw that babies instantly walked better naked. So that could suggest that they are actually much better walkers than we realize. They're just being held back by diapers. It's crazy to think that we might be underestimating babies because of something so normal and common as a diaper. So what does this all mean? Should we ditch diapers altogether? Well, you certainly can if you want to, and I teach how to do that below in the links below. But the study makes us think differently about child development. It's not just about biology, it's about environment too. So what's the takeaway here? Even everyday choices, like what a baby wears, can change how they grow and develop. So that's it for today's video and today's study. Again, my name is Lauren Stamper. I'm a Go Diaper Free coach. I teach parents how to potty their babies as early as birth by still using diapers if they want to, and also doing it part-time so it fits into your lifestyle. You can catch a pee in the potty today by using a free easy start guide, which is linked below. It's called Elimination Communication, and I love talking about it. I'm on Instagram at Diaper Free Diaries. I also have a podcast, Diaper Free Diaries. So I'm all over. Thank you for tuning into this video. If you learned something, please like the video. If you learned 2 things, please subscribe. Stay tuned for next week, and I'll see you next time.